The Chicago Sky teammates of Angel Reese, Ariel Atkins, Rachel Banham, Courtney Vandersloot, 3 ladies which were targeted in that hit piece that Angel Reese slid underneath the table. Yeah, they responded. Not only did they respond, but the Chicago Sky responded.
Did Angel Reese turn from being the Chicago Sky's big hope into their biggest problem? Think about it. She's already been suspended for too many technical fouls, missed games with a questionable back injury, and then openly called out her own teammates like Courtney Vandersloot, Hailey Van Lith, and Rachel Banham.
Own turnovers lead the league despite missing weeks. What happened next?
On top of that, the Sky have actually looked better when she hasn't been on the court. So why is Reese demanding trades?
At this point, it's over. That whole Sky Barbie thing, that thing is over. Angel Reese is done in Chicago. They're gonna move on.
Roster changes when she's leading the league in turnovers even after missing weeks of play. What happened next was predictable. Her teammates pushed back, the front office stepped in with punishment, and the Sky showed signs of life without her.
Let's see what Angel Reese had to say. I'm not settling for the same shit we did this year. Oh boy. Reese told the Tribune, we have to get good players. We have to get great players. That's a non-negotiable for me. I'm willing and wanting to play with the best. And however I can help to get the best here, that's what I'm going to do this offseason. So it's going to be very, very important this offseason to make sure we attract the best of the best, because we can't settle for what we have this year. Overhaul.
Could this be the end of Angel Reese in Chicago? Many fans think so. The whole Sky Barbie thing feels finished. The team might...
We can't rely on Courtney to come back at that age that she's at, Reese said. I know she'll be a great asset for us, but we can't rely on that. We need someone probably a little younger with some experience, somebody who's been playing the game and is willing to compete for a championship and has done it before. Courtney Vandersloot, by the way, 2-time WNBA champion, 5-time All-Star, 2-time All-WNBA first team, left the New York Liberty, a championship caliber team, to come help out the Chicago. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Oh, dang. Oh, damn. It's all right, Courtney.
I'd have no choice but to move on. The real problem is how Reese went about it. Instead of saying the team needs to improve, she went straight at her teammates. In an interview with the Chicago Tribune, she said, "I'm not settling for the same we did this year. We have to get good players. We have to get great players. That's a non-negotiable for me. I want to play with the best."
We're all in on building this thing around Angel. But instead of unity, it only magnified the tension.
Just some turmoil going on in Chicago right now. And it kind of brings up the question, like, what is going to happen with Angel Reese at this point? I think she's done playing.
This offseason is important. We need to attract the best of the best because we can't settle for what we had this year. Overhaul this roster. She even questioned whether Rachel Banham or Hailey Van Lith were good enough for a playoff team. And she took a shot at Vandersloot, saying, "We can't rely on Courtney to come back at that age. She'll be a great asset, but we need someone younger with experience who has
The season, you was missing mad layups. You was shooting like 27% on layups. I saw Ariel Atkins at the podium holding you down. I didn't see none of your teammates going in the media blasting your ass for not being able to make a damn layup. We haven't seen none of your teammates come out and flame you for how you was missing layups back to back to back to back to back. You had like 8 straight games where these dudes won hundreds of thousands of dollars betting that you would miss your first shot. None of your teammates came out and embarrassed you publicly. They held you down and supported you.
Competed for a championship. That stung. Vandersloot is a 2-time WNBA champion, 5-time All-Star, and one of the smartest point guards in the game. She left a championship-level team in New York to come help Chicago. And now her own teammate is basically saying she's too old.
Highly surprised if Angel Reese is on the Chicago Sky's roster come the start of the 2026 or the 2027 season. The Chicago Sky They might be saying to themselves, Angel Reese just isn't worth the headache that she is causing. Great rebounder. As for everything else, she's not worth the headache that she's
Told to be trusted. The irony is that the Sky front office already built the team around Reese last offseason. They even traded the number 3 overall draft pick, Sonia Citron, for Ariel Atkins just to give Reese more help. But instead of bringing the group closer, her comments split the locker.
But when her actual play entered the picture, things spiraled even further. What happens when your own teammates stop protecting you and start speaking their truth? That's when you know the locker room has reached a breaking point.
Room even more. Now imagine how Ariel Atkins feels. She was brought in to push the team forward, only to
Well, it goes to show, if you're gonna go at a legend, you better not miss. As we know, Angel Reese come out this week. She absolutely crushed her own teammates into the dust, and she even decided to go after a legend, the legendary Courtney Vandersloot, who of course blew out her ACL at the beginning of the season, and she is in the midst of making a comeback. And of course, Angel Reese made some comments that were none too kind to a legend.
Started with Reese taking public shots at her teammates, instead of talking about her own turnovers or her growing list of technical fouls.
Land in the middle of chaos, Angel Reese started acting like the whole roster was just names on a fantasy draft board, saying her teammates weren't good enough. Ariel Atkins, on the other hand, kept it professional. She defended her teammates in public and talked about how the team needed to grow together. Reese's message was the opposite: we need better players. That says a lot. One player wanted unity, the other wanted upgrades, everyone but herself. At the start of the season, Reese was missing layups left and right, shooting around 27% on them. But nobody on the team went to the media to call her.
Atkins should have been focusing on basketball. Instead, she was cleaning up a mess.
Here, Tyler Marsh called it a top-down organizational decision, declined to share which comments were viewed as detrimental. Atkins implied the team supported the decision. Ownership handled it how they see fit. She told the Sun-Times a shooter on Friday they have full support.
Her out. Ariel Atkins was even at the podium defending her. Not one teammate embarrassed Reese in public for those misses. They had her back. But now Reese is the one blasting teammates in the press. That's what makes it so wild. She wasn't dominating when she made those comments. She was racking up turnovers, getting suspended for technical fouls, and missing time with a back injury. Everyone in the gym saw her struggles. But she acted like the problem was everyone else. It's like complaining about how a car looks while you're the one driving it into a ditch.
Interviews.
But can Sky Nation expect to see you back here next year?
Oh, absolutely. You know, contrary to what people say or think, my age is absolutely not a factor. I am coming back. I'm going to come back better than ever because that's what I've done. I put myself in a position to come back and compete even at this age.
Better than ever. Thank you so much, Sloot.
Was that rare shift where teammates stop covering each other in public and start prioritizing their own careers.
If this keeps up, it's hard to see Reese staying in Chicago much longer. By 2020,
Angel Reese herself. That conversation forced everyone to face reality. They didn't have to carry the target Reese placed on their backs.
Reese will be lucky if she has a third of the career that Courtney Vandersloot has had. I don't think it was Kennedy Carter that blew that locker room up. I think it was Angel Reese. There, I said it out loud. I think it was continuous drama.
Mattered. Protecting Reese wasn't protecting the team. Her teammates realized that if her words kept defining their season, they'd all be dragged down with her. So instead of shielding her, they made it clear they were finished. What started as a war of words was now showing up in the way the team played whenever Reese wasn't on the floor.
26 or 2027, she might be gone. The Sky might decide she's not worth all the drama. Sure, she's a great rebounder, but everything else. The headaches are outweighing the positives. Her approach didn't bring the locker room together, it pushed her away from it. The more she called out teammates, the more they realized she wasn't standing with them. She was standing apart, pointing fingers.
And watching the bottom of your screen. The contact by Reese.
You can see Angel's right hand got Aaliyah Edwards on the head. And if they do, Lisa, I'm okay with that too, because I think you have to officiate these teams very tightly.
So it'll be a technical foul on.
And once she crossed that line, there was no going back. The Sky didn't see a leader in Reese. They saw someone tearing the team down from the inside. Her words created cracks. Her play made them worse. And when teammates
values the safety, respect, and well-being of every player. We are committed to accountability so our players can stay focused on playing basketball. Because of statements detrimental to the team made by Angel Reese during league-mandated media, she will not play in the first half of the game on September 7th against the Las Vegas Aces. This matter has been handled and resolved internally, and we are moving forward as a team.
Stopped protecting her and started speaking up themselves. It was clear the locker room had reached its breaking point. Reese's shots weren't just at role players. She even went after Courtney Vandersloot, a WNBA legend trying to come back from an
managed to lead the entire league in turnovers despite missing nearly a month. Think about that for a second. Most players need heavy minutes all summer to pile up those mistakes. Reese pulled it off while not even showing up for portions of the season.
Facing her first bit of accountability here in the WNBA. Unapologetically, Angel, the Chicago Sky don't care about any of that right now. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care about go out and say what you want. Be unapologetic. They have no time for that. They have a business to run. They have teammates that they care about, players on the roster that they're looking for. You know what? We got to send a message. This isn't cool to Vandersloot. This isn't cool to Banham. This isn't cool to Hailey Van Lith. We got to show the other players on the roster we have your back as
ACL injury. Fans heard arrogance. Teammates heard division. And players like Ariel Atkins, who was brought in to help Reese, got stuck in the middle, trying to hold the team together. Ariel Atkins tried to keep the peace. She defended her teammates with calm words instead of adding fuel to the fire. But you could tell it wasn't easy. Nobody wants to join a new team only to deal with drama caused by someone else's ego.
Hoping it might be rescinded. Just picture that. Your team lawyer's up to try and reduce your foul count because you can't stop arguing on the floor. And when those appeals or suspensions pulled her out of the rotation, the locker room didn't groan. By most accounts, the mood lightened.
Looking spooky in Chicago. Instead of Reese said she doesn't believe her teammates Rachel Banham or Hailey Van Lith are capable of leading them to the leading the playoff team. Guard Ariel Atkins is another player on the Sky roster with WNBA championship experience. We are aware of it, Marsh stated.
Atkins should have been focused on basketball, but instead, she had to clean up the mess. Assistant coach Tyler Marsh called it an organizational decision when asked about the situation. He didn't say which comments were seen as harmful, but Atkins implied the team stood behind the move. She told the Sun-Times, "They have full support from our team." Not everyone was as patient. Rachel Banham, a veteran who's been
You've got suspensions, trade demands, and locker room drama. On the other,
through her share of locker room drama, kept it short. "I think I just don't really care. I'm so overall."
Destroy the Chicago Sky in Indianapolis on Saturday. Guess who wasn't there? Angel Reese. Angel Reese declined to travel to Indianapolis, and her coach came out and said something about, she's just focused on her rehab right now, and, she's day to day. We've never had an explanation on what caused the back injury, what's a time frame for her recovery. It's similar to so-and-so's back injury. This is something she struggled with here or there. All we've heard is day-to-day, and Angel Reese has disappeared.